We're going to talk about your pet's first visit to the vet. And with me again, I have Linda Nuba, General Manager at River Valley Veterinary Hospital. She's going to answer some of the questions that many pet owners may have about bringing, little puppies and everything to the veterinarian hospital. To start things off, I'd like to start with a quote from Andy Rooney, though. The average dog is nicer than the average person. People debate that. A little fact to go along with that, according to the AVMA, 36.5% of households in the U.S. own dogs and 30.4% of the households own cats. So we're going to start off with the first question. When should you take your new puppy or kitten to the vet for its first visit?
Well, if you've gotten your puppy from a breeder, likely it's 7 weeks old or more. Puppies should have vaccines at 6 weeks, 9 weeks, and 12 weeks for the core vaccines. So that first visit at 6 weeks typically is taken care of by your breeder. If you're adopting a puppy from a shelter, likely it's going to be over 7 weeks old as well, because they need to be socialized with their mother before they can go to an independent household. So that first visit is going to be somewhere around 9 weeks for us. We certainly would like to see your puppy or kitten within a week of when you adopt it or get it from a breeder, so that we can be aware if you're any health issues you might be seeing. But those first vaccines should have been given at 6 weeks. We're going to give them another set at 9 weeks, another one at 12, and then we're going to tailor it to your puppy or kitten's environment, what they're going to be exposed to.
Okay. Now, is it very important to make sure you get those vaccinations right on those in that timeline, or
there is
there reasoning behind it, or?
Well, there is. It has to do with them building an immunity to anything they might be exposed to. Some of the things we're vaccinating them against are highly contagious, and you might see parvo, for instance, break out in a neighborhood, and any unvaccinated puppies are highly susceptible to that. So you want to protect that new puppy that you're bringing in your household.
Excellent. Why is it important to get your pet comfortable with the vet?
Well, that cute little puppy you brought home that's 5 or 6 pounds, and it turns out it's going to be a Rottweiler that's going to weigh 120 pounds. You kind of want them comfortable with us here, with everyone at home, being handled, having their feet handled, having their mouth looked at, because it's not painful. We like them socialized with us as well as with your household, and so that they come in and they're enjoying their visits here. And we are going to pamper them with treats and hugs and kisses, because the more they like coming to see us, the easier it is for us.
Excellent. What steps should pet owners take to prepare for their first visit?
Well, that first visit, if they're, your little tiny puppy or kitten, you want to make sure that they're not afraid of getting in the car. And that car rides don't always end up at the veterinary office. You kind of want to take them on short trips so that you don't have any vomiting on the way, or diarrhea in worst case scenarios. This should be stress-free. Everything's about getting your puppy or kitten used to being around the car, the outdoors. They come into our veterinary clinic and they see and hear so many things that we don't even notice. So the more they are doing that, the less afraid of it they are.
All right. How can a pet owner help their pet get more comfortable with riding in a vehicle?
Well, it's okay to take them out there to the car and, sit on your lap for a few minutes. You see them getting stressed, take them back in the house. Make those trips in the car short initially. Make sure that there's treats around it, fun places to go, to the park, get out, smell, and see new things. But always within reason of when you see your pet becoming stressed. You want them to think it's all going to be fun.
Okay. Why do you recommend that pets don't eat at least 3 hours before travel?
Well, you like your vehicle interior?
That is true.
Before you travel, in case they get that little tummy ache, that could really put a damper on any kind of car ride that you have going.
Well, that's good to know. What happens during that first visit for...
Well, the first visit, again, we're going to give that head-to-toe exam. We're going to look at their nose, their ears, their eyes. We're going to look for what we talked about before, the fleas and the ticks. We're going to make sure we don't have any of that.
All right.
We would love to have a stool sample, because a lot of the parasites are internal, and we're going to take that stool sample and we're going to put it under a microscope, and we're actually looking for eggs. And once again, these are things that we want to make sure you don't share those parasites with your new pet that you're bringing into the house. And so we're going to listen to their heart, make sure that there's not any kind of heart murmur or anything like that. Look at their teeth and see anything that we might need to prepare for down the road. If they're old enough, we're going to give them that next booster of their vaccines just to keep them healthy. So, and we can discuss with you. A lot of people have the question: how much should I be feeding them?
Yeah.
You know, how much are they drinking? We're gonna walk you through all that, all the things that you need to know, being a new puppy parent or kitty parent, and make sure that you're not afraid to have this new addition to your household.
Excellent. What vaccinations do puppies and kittens need to stay healthy?
Well, there are what we call core vaccines, and that would be a distemper combo and a rabies. Rabies is required by law. The distemper combo is one of the ones that protects your puppy against parvo. Everyone's afraid of parvo. It's highly contagious and often fatal. So we also want you to discuss with your veterinarian your puppy or kitten's environment. Is it going to be an indoor-only kitten? Is it going to be indoor-outdoor? Is it going to be exposed to other cats that you may not know? So these are all really important questions to have with your veterinarian when you come in for that first visit, so that we can properly plan for your puppy or kitten's lifestyle.
All right. Now this is the biggest question, which you see with new puppy owners or kitten owners. Do you encourage new pet owners to ask questions during their first visit?
Absolutely. We actually make sure that we have an appropriate appointment available to you when you bring your new puppy or kitten to us, because we know you're going to have lots of questions. And our technicians here are also very well versed in anything that you might think about. And we encourage every one of our clients to give us a call. If you're thinking about something and it's bothering you, give us a call. We may not have the answer immediately, but we'll certainly help you find the answer to any of the questions you have.
Excellent. How often should pets visit the vet?
Well, again, that's on a case-by-case basis. We would love to see your pet annually, just to make sure that as they age, we're ready for things that they might be susceptible to. And that's why you want your pet to know your veterinarian, like your own doctor knows you. Say, well, this is you might get this, you know. So your veterinarian's also going to watch out for your breed-specific things that you might want to be aware of. When's a good time to get some blood work to make sure that we know what's going on internally? Things we may not see, we could catch ahead of time.
Excellent. Okay. All right. So Linda, I just rescued an animal, and I was wondering, what do I do next, or what should the next steps be that I take?
Well, please don't hesitate to call us right away so that we can make recommendations. Call us and ask about our meet and greet. So we have a meet and greet appointment. If you've just adopted a puppy, kitten, dog, or cat from a shelter or rescue group, we'll set you up with that type of appointment, where you can come in. Puppies and kittens get puppy kits, kitten kits with little toys. Your rescue dog, again, you'll bring your records from your shelter. We'll see where they are with vaccines, what kind of intake information the shelter did. We'll make sure that we're heartworm tested. We're tested for Lyme at that point, and make sure that we're on the right road to the proper vaccination for the environment that you're planning for that new addition to your family. And again, the sooner we get to meet them, the better off we are at planning and predicting for you what their health needs are going to be.
Hopefully come in and get your free puppy kit and kitten kit, and feel free to give us a call with any questions or concerns, and hopefully see you soon.
All right, don't hesitate to call. So are we allowed to give the phone number here?
Yeah, we can give the phone number.
How about the phone number, 724-274-5575. Don't hesitate to call us and ask us. We'll get you an answer.